Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And I got us back to the wall area, since I kinda took the wrong path last time. Yeah, it's easiest if you go up to the 4th floor and then backtrack a little bit rather than trying to go to the 3rd floor and go up. And we have more of these slot machines, aka gold grabbers. I should use the light splitter. That would have done a little bit more damage. Oh, dang. 706 damage. You gotta love it. Again, I'm not worried about MP consumption here, because we're gonna get a full restore before fighting the boss. Hey, there's the level up I wanted. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump in here. Yeah, we're gonna update the max MP. And we are two skill points short, however, of getting the last passive boost for Rab that I need. However, we have skill seeds. And we are going to give 2 of them to Rab. Ta-da! The rest, I guess, can go to Jace, because if I get more level ups, I'd want to go for his other big sword slash techniques up there. Apparently I have some more Seeds of Resilience here. Jade is actually, even though she has the best resilience there, she's taking more from physical attacks than other people, it feels like. Do I have any other seeds? Well, oh, hey, there's the Brighten Rock. Oh, it just brightens up my day. Seed of Deafness, I mean, it helps your stealing ability. I'm not sure what else Deafness does for the other characters. This feels weird. I'm 155 parts in. I don't even know what some of the purposes of some of the stats are. That sounds really bad. Alright, I think that's about all. Now we go back to Rab's skill board, and we can get this passive boost to Magical Mending. And we are done with Rab's skill board as far as everything that Caster Sugar. How is that different from Infinite Wisdom? I don't care. Don't care. We've got everything that I really cared about. And there's another treasure here. 3 Serpent Souls, that's nice. It's actually going to be really nice because we're going to need a lot of Serpent Souls to do crafting. We're also going to need some Kaleidocloths to do the crafting. There's the ride armor we can get. Alright, I'm just like wandering around making sure I didn't miss anything here. And there is actually a treasure up here. This was actually a warp point in Mortigan's castle. Oh, Drustin's sword. Well, we know who that's going to go to. You've got all of Drustin's other equipment. You may as well equip his sword, too. Yeah, it's weaker than your axe. There we go. And now we get our ride armor, and then we can head back up the walls. That was kind of rude. And we're gonna heal up a little bit. All 4 on the 1. Okay. Oh. That did a bit more damage than what I was expecting.
Not bad at all.
Not that I'm complaining or anything. Alright, I have been talking about how an issue I've been having with Dragon Quest V has been enemies that just do these breath attacks or do these call down lightning kind of in the, I'm going to say the halfway to 2/3 of the way point in the game. I was nowhere close to that. Hitbox detection. Okay, I guess right armors just have a bigger hitbox. Doesn't matter, we didn't need it anymore anyways. These enemies that are doing like 50 to 60 damage to all of our party members in one attack, and they're normal enemies. And so a lot of times what's happening is I get into a battle with 3 or 4 enemies, and by the time I can kill them, because they outspeed like everyone but one of my characters. So they're gonna pull off their breath attacks. And by the time we stop we kill them, all of our party members need like full heals to them. Full heal in that game though is only 7 MP, and well, it still acts as a full heal. But it's very disheartening to have to do that after just one random battle, going from full HP to everyone needs full heals. And I mean, it's not that the Dragon Quest games aren't well balanced. I do feel like they are some of the better balanced RPGs out there. But just some of those moments like that, they just get kind of frustrating, you know? Because a lot of it feels like luck-based. Like there's, at least in this game, I don't feel like there's been too many enemy encounters where I feel like, oh, I got into this battle and it's kind of a bad setup because there's just so many of one type and they do, you know, whatever. I haven't really encountered that here in Dragon Quest XI. Dragon Quest V, it's kind of like, well, you can get a random battle and sometimes the enemies are like really easy. And I'm talking about enemies in the same area. And then sometimes you get into a random battle and it's like, well, here's 3 or 4 or 5 of these enemies that are just going to be a huge pain in the butt when they come in, you know, this many. Or you have a certain spread of enemies, so it's not like your group attack spells or group hitting weapons like the whips or the Morning Star aren't as effective because, you know, they're different enemies. And so that gets frustrating a bit. That's one thing I don't like about it. And the fact that I'm still relying on monsters because, you know, it takes so long to get your full party of 4 non-monster people. But I still absolutely love the story of it. And I still don't want to compare story to story head-on here with Dragon Quest XI. I think they're both very good, 10 out of 10 story-wise. We have 2 bosses here. All-consuming greed. I can read the other one. So basically we're fighting Booga and Gildiga. Sheer decadence. Rab and Serena are going to dance along. The laughing that they do as they start this dance is so weird. And they're not stopping. Okay, so Booga, you need to die first. Yeah, they're busy boogieing. Ouch. Yeah, so if Booga's gonna do that, I'm still gonna call them by their Spectral Sentinel names. It's easier to remember that way. So Booga's gonna do that, we're gonna kill Booga first. And actually, Gildiga would be weak to dark, so Kazamel would be good there. Since I can't get Sap on Booga, yeah, Quadra Slash seems like a pretty good choice. Blight Splitter might not be too bad of an option. Now Serena's stopped boogieing to the music. I like how we got Rab's turn and he stops boogieing, but he still holds that pose for a moment. Well, that's not okay either. Okay, both of you need to die. And remember, we have... How many turns did you say we have? 40 on this one? I wasn't paying attention. I think it's 40. This is not looking good. We're going to start with Kazamel. 803 damage. Dang. Imagine if I had Rab use Infinite Wisdom. But with the potential for, you know, just having our turn shut down due to being goldified or boogieing or being mesmerized, I don't particularly want to... Don't call for backup. That's not okay either. We gotta do something about this. We can ping Tornado. Yeah, that'll work. That'll at least damage everything. And we've actually mesmerized one of those skeletons there. I'm gonna heal up. And Rab, what could you do? Yeah, Kazamel. All-Consuming Greed is actually kind of getting low on health already. Which that's very convenient. Jace is still a gold statue. Oh, that's also nice. Mesmerized and attacking his own Booga. That's not okay. Didn't say you could get pepped up. Oh. What can we do here with Jade? It's her last turn being pepped up. We do Cold Feet. Who do we want to do that on? I guess I just go for Tornado. Just hit everybody, rather than a group, quote-unquote, of enemies. Well, that was rather pointless, Booga. I didn't realize they could attack the gold statues. I thought they were just kind of frozen out of battle. Hey, All-Consuming Greed is dead. Which means Jace is now back to normal. Now, Sheer Decadence over there, aka Booga, still has one defense drop on him. So our Swords Dance is still going to do a bit more. Oh, we'll do it again. I don't mind. That works for me. No, don't do that. Wow, that did not do much damage. We're just going to stick with the offense here and go for the hard block. And we're going to reestablish Sap. We've almost got him. I just have to hope that Jace isn't... Can I fix him? Oh, no, I guess I'm not going to bother trying to fix him. We're just going to try... Yeah, we're going to kill Sheer Decadence there. Alright, now the question is...
Another day, another victory.
Did we do it in enough turns? Yeah, Serena's gonna level up again. Yeah, 40. 24 actions. Again, these wish options seem really weird. But I'm gonna go with the Ogler's Digest, and he's kind of like, I can't believe you would ask this of me. Well, you're presenting it as an option, Drustin. What do you want me to do? Such memories within those pages. Oh my gosh. So this Ogler's Digest is actually an accessory that we can equip. It does have a semi-unique effect as an accessory, but not an effect that I think is going to be worth an accessory slot. Now we've completed all the trials. Drustin did mention there that we can come back to him for another more challenging boss. I didn't quite grasp that whole thing right away. No, we have a Seed of Strength too. Yeah, he gave us that. I didn't grasp that right away. So basically what he's talking about is if you go back to, you can go through any of the trials again. Any like button pressing and such is still done. So if we go back to the Luminary trial, we do not have to repress all those buttons at Mordegon's castle. We can just go in, grab one of the ride armors, fly to the top floor, and then be done with it, which is what I end up doing and how I end up getting back there. Yeah, there's Ogler's Digest. Increases pep up chance. That's wonderful. Again, interesting effect, but not, in my opinion, not worth a accessory slot. So that's how I will get back to the places to get to the and you will fight different bosses. There is a fourth boss for a fourth wish, and then the fifth boss. Because again, part of me was wondering, why we didn't have the other two Spectral Sentinels. So we will be contending with them and their trial form. Their Drustin's trial form, I guess we can call it that. So for the rest of this episode, what we're going to do, we have so many more mini-medals. We're going to go back and turn those in. And then I'm going to... I don't know if I do forging on screen. I think I do some forging on screen. I don't think I'm going to bother... I think I forge a couple things on camera, but I think I'm going to cut that out, because otherwise this is like a 35-minute episode, and I don't feel like it needs to be that much, because when I come back, I'm going to show you in the next episode all of the finalized forging that I did. And I did talk about a couple episodes ago the forging tips on how to get +3, or I should say how I got +3 on everything. And we get some Metal King weapons. I was hoping to get the ability to create Metal King armor. But I don't think we can buy that. Yeah, we don't need that. What about a Metal King helmet? I don't think we've seen that yet, have we? Oh. So apparently we still have more mini-medals. So for other mini-medals we can trade them for this stuff. Serpent Souls, we can buy... I guess Pet Pips are probably the... Yeah. That stuff doesn't interest me, because I can farm some of that stuff a lot easier than I can farm mini-medals, I think. Yeah, Serpent Souls I mentioned where we can get those. Chrono Crystals and that other multicolored gem. We can buy those here, actually, at Trial Isle. Yeah, so we did get a few new crafting books. And that's why I wanted to go turn in those mini medals, because I knew we were getting a crafting book from that first before going in here and looking at this stuff. So swords, supernova sword, sword of judgment. Okay. And then there's the Metal King sword. And there's the Shimmering Blade, a weapon, or sword weapon, I should say, exclusive to Sylvando. Yeah, nothing really exciting here in the Great Swords. I'm not going to bother crafting weapons and armor for the 4 characters that we're not using. I'm just kind of showing off, you know, what this equipment kind of is for those who are interested. So I'm going to be crafting basically everything but accessories for our 4 main people. Jace is actually pretty well all set. I just have to use some Perfectionist Pearls and get his stuff to +3. Yeah, there's boomerangs if you're using boomerangs. There's the Scepter of Time. We are going to go ahead and forge that. Yeah, it does take Uber, Agate of Evolution, 25% chance of Alma Mater active when the battle begins, but when you get it to +3, it's 100% chance, and it boosts the MP regeneration, so we'd be recovering 10 MP every turn. Yeah, we definitely want that. It's an improvement over what we've got now. And so, is this where... No, I'm still on the 1 Sizzly Puff. And trying to go to town with the... Yeah, don't do this. Do 2 Sizzly Puffs and then just do a bunch of multi-bashes. And whatever you do, do not use Inspiration Strike early. Use it when you're getting things near the end. That way when you get the critical hit, it goes right up to the gold perfect spot, and then that's how you easily get +3. Because otherwise, as you can see, the way I'm doing it here, it's just not going to turn out. And for the cost of triple whammy, focus-wise, you know, it costs 11 versus 7. So essentially, every 2 triple whammies I use, I could be using 3 multi-bashes. And a multi-bash will do, barring critical hits, will do about as much damage. Yeah, we'll call it damage. We'll do as much damage in forging the weapon than a single triple bash would. So I could do 3 multi-bashes for 1 less focus than 2 triple bashes and get, you know, farther ahead. Granted, it's random, but there's only a few spots to that you have to smash, and overall, it's still going. It'll balance out the more you keep using multi-bash. And then you can fix one side later if you need to go to triple strike later, and then do your inspiration strike. Again, blah blah blah. I've been over all these tips. Those claws. Do I get those claws? Yeah, that would really... I don't actually get those claws. The Climax. Yes, we have an axe that's called the Climax. Yeah, I don't think I meant to go all... Oh, maybe I did. Yeah, I do end up farming some Serpent Souls. Oh yeah, we need these. Because we are definitely upgrading claws. And I will get those to +3. Yeah, that's all I was missing was the was those serpent bones. And we'll upgrade armor. There's an armor, there's like this toga armor, exo toga, that's what it's called. That will, when you get it to +3, does it have to be +3? I think it does have to be +3. Or maybe it doesn't. Yeah, see, there's a slightly better use of that. But not really. The Exo Toga, it can be equipped by Jade, Rab, and Serena. It will really boost their defense from where it is now, especially at +3. And it will give 25% elemental resistance. However, I'm not going to use that for... I will be using it for Jade, for sure, because she needs all the elemental resistance she can get. But I'm not going to use it for Rab and Serena. They're going to get those Seraph's robes, which you have to get those at +3 to get 25% elemental resistance. Otherwise, it's like 18% if you don't get any pluses on them. So, yeah, in order to match the Exo Toga, you have to get the +3. Exo Toga does not boost their magical mending and might, which is why I go for the robes on Serena and Rab. And oh yeah, we forge this Metal King shield for sure. That will go to Serena. It's not going to go to Jace. It's not that much more defense, even if I get the +3 versus Erdwin's shield. And I will get Erdwin's shield to +3 as well. So yeah, the mages are going to get the robes due to the boost to magical mending and magical might. Yeah, see, I'm using this way too early. Because the Inspiration Strike, it's not like a temporary thing. It'll stay there until you decide to use it. So you can have it sitting there for several turns before using it. Of course, things are going to go just well for me anyways here. And here's where you could use a cold blow and really turn down the temperature and get more precise strikes with the lightning bash and probably get those perfect. Oh, we got perfect. We did it good enough to get perfection. So there's Metal King shield +3. That is going to be amazing. And that's where we're going to leave the episode off. Oh, and for some reason, when you jump off the bridge here at the Snarfet, you can actually stand on top of this tree. This is silly. I just wanted to show this off. I felt this needed to be shown off. I'll see you next time.